Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy Nixie coming back with another bullseye of a tutorial here today on the channel. I wanted to go over Lil Tyler's sound. You know, he's a new up-and-coming rapper from Florida. So I do have a template right here for Lil Tyler. If y'all interested in giving me more suggestions for artists, go ahead and drop it down below. And if you want to get the link to the to cop the template, it will be down below as well. So let's not waste no time. Let's get into this Lil Tyler sound and let's start breaking this down. So with this template, the only thing that I used to make this template was basic Waves Gold bundle plugins. So let's go.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole back flipping. I been smoking on that gas, you can smell the aroma. In the booth, I'm in that mode, sipping Arizona. You might think that running crash the way he been the corner. Take your bitch and give her back, no, I don't even wanna. Take your bitch and give her back, I want a refund. In the booth, got on dark shades, I can't even see none. I be high up in the stars, now I'm finna be one. How the fuck I cut you off, you running back, that little whole D1. Yeah, she a track star. Baby, I'm a dog like them pits in the backyard. I be on some other shit, why niggas tryna act yards.
Okay, but let's compare it real quick to the original Lil Tyler vocal and see how close we really came. I'm gonna see why we call it bullseye of a tutorial. Let go real quick, man. Let go.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole back flipping. I been smoking on that gas, you can smell the aroma. In the booth, I'm in that mode, sipping Arizona. You might think that running crash the way he been the corner. Take your bitch and give her back, no, I don't even wanna. Take your bitch and give her back, I want a refund. In the booth, got on dark shades, I can't even see none. I be high up in the stars, now I'm finna be one. How the fuck I cut you off, you running back, that little whole D1. Yeah, she a track star. Baby, I'm a dog like them pits in the backyard. I be on some other shit, why niggas tryna act yards.
Woo! And that's why we call them bullseye of a tutorial here today. So let's not waste no time and let's get right to this Lil Tyler vocal. Most importantly, you know, always understanding the vibe of the beat. Lil Tyler, he's the type of person, he be rapping over those mellow beats. So that's what I'm looking to get out of his vocal, you know, something that's mellow, something that accommodates to his vocal. So I only use the basic Waves Gold bundle, and this is for, you know, my subscribers, like the young dudes, you feel me? I'm trying to help y'all out because I always see the young dudes, I be trying to tell y'all gotta stop complaining if you don't have the plugins. Oh well, you figure out your own style, your own swag, bro. Like, you know, I always see people say, oh, can you only use the Waves Basic Gold bundle? Can you? And I already know what type of people they is. It's the young dudes. I get it, bro. Y'all starting out, and I probably know that Lil Tyler y'all favorite rapper. So this is why I did it this way. You feel me? So let's get into the tutorial. Let's listen to it, what it sound like with or without.
Ruby Road. Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole back flipping. I been smoking on that gas, you can smell the aroma. In the booth, I'm in that mode, sipping Arizona. You might think that running crash the way he been the corner. Take your bitch and give her back, no, I don't even.
So most important thing with Lil Tyler's vocal for me is keeping it mellow, like in the low end, especially as well as like bringing out that croak, because you know Lil Tyler got that little croak in his voice and that. So that's the most important thing too. I think Low Shimmy is another great rapper, and the thing about it too is that, you know, this song Backflipping, it was actually recorded like what, 15 minutes away from my house in a studio. It's called a Scave Studio, I think, or Cavern Studio. I think they recorded it there. So, you know, when I did this Lil Tyler vocal, I literally did it in like 5 minutes, you know, because the way it is like this, the style, the swag. I'm already accustomed to people like this in my life. So that's what I always try to talk about. Music is life perspective, you know. It's so easy to do a Lil Tyler because I kind of know people that's kind of like that, you know, young Florida people. So yeah, let's pay attention to our moves. So first thing with Lil Tyler, you know, he doesn't really got a deep voice, so I only wrote off like 100 hertz. And the most of the thing about really just smoothing out the lower end of his vocal. And then I did a low shelf as here as well, just really kind of like tonally getting the bottom of Lil Tyler's vocal right. Because it sounds like he's really coming up close to the microphone when he's rapping. So all that the crackling, the snap, crackle, and pop, the goodness of his vocal, I want that to come out. So usually you would come a little bit closer to the microphone, a little dip in the mid-range right here. Then I just did a high shelf at the top, just kind of boosting the quote-unquote air. But most importantly, it was more like a presence type of thing for Lil Tyler because he do have that little sparkle in his voice. You know, so I put the sparkle in his voice to bring out the croak. Pay attention when I bypass it in and out.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole backflip.
So sometimes if you feel like there's a vocal character, right? For example, let's say in the high mids, you could just boost like something like a high shelf or something around the ballpark to enhance it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might have two twins. One of them is average looking and the other one is good looking, right? But they're both kind of twins. They're both kind of the same thing. So when you see both of them, now both of them look better. You know what I mean? Because they're both next to each other. You know, one compensates for the other is what I'm trying to tell you. So when I did the high shelf, it made it sound a little bit more tangible. It made it sound a little bit more real life. Okay, cool. So after that, we had something like the R compressor, and nothing too crazy with the R compressor, doing an extremely low level amount of compression, taking my hand and literally putting it inside the whole cookie jar. So when I put my whole hand inside of the cookie jar doing this type of compression, I'm gathering the rapper's whole entire vocal and I'm pulling it together, you know, kind of like you put your hand deep inside the cookie jar and you pull it out. What's going to happen? Cookie's going to come out. So the same thing is when I'm compressing it, I'm bringing out the cookies of the vocal, the sweetness, the good taste, the flavor. So pay attention to right here, a low level ratio. And then I'm getting to put my hand all the way down into the vocal. Look.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different.
So that's the thing about doing something like a low level compressor type of situation, because you can keep compressing, you can keep bringing the threshold down lower. You know, you keep bringing the threshold down lower and the vocal's not crapping out, versus where if you had a higher ratio, it would start working on the top. You know, it would only let you touch the lid of the cookie jar. You wouldn't be able to get down in there. So yeah, that's another interesting thing. After that, let's look at something like the Wave C4. You know, I love this preset de-esser decomp, and that's the thing about Lil Tyler's voice. I was just really controlling a little bit of that sibilance, knowing I did that high shelf boost. So mixing is kind of like a back and forth type of thing. You know, it's a push and pull type of thing. If you boost something, you might have to keep it in check. You know, like a dog in the backyard, you letting them run around, but you also letting them know that there's a fence, there's a gate. He can't go past that gate. So let's look.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole backflipping. I've been smoking on that gas, you can smell the aroma. In the booth, I'm in that mode, sipping Arizona. You might think that running crashed the way he been the.
And most importantly too, with that bass comp, you know, that slow release, it's just really helping the vocal become mellow, you know, in the lower end and everything like that. Just really keeping that low end low. And that's important to know too when it comes to rap music, because you hear the beat has the it has the Rhodes inside of it, you know. So it's very interesting when you have the low end of a vocal and something like Rhodes, they both got like RMS energy, sustained low end energy. It can start to sound muddy. So you need to make sure you control the low end of a vocal. If you hear something like synth pads, all that type of stuff, you know. And then after that, we have another REQ. You know, the REQ is just, wow. I could get, you know, once you find the plugin that you like, you know, you'll be able to get any type of sound out of it. And I feel like the REQ is one of those type of plugins where it's just so familiar for me, you know. It's just like the milk in cereal. It's just the perfect combination of tone as well as balance. So this is the preset that I made. It's actually called Balance, and we're just tidying up some of that low end again, and then boosting a little bit more of that top, you know, just bringing out more of the nuances, more of the transitions in between the words of Lil Tyler, what he rapping about.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch she ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole backflipping. I've been smoking on that gas, you can smell the aroma. In the booth, I'm in that mode, sipping Arizona. You might think that running crashed the way he been the corner. Take your bitch and give her back, no, I don't even wanna. Take your bitch and give her.
So the RQ in my template right now is kind of like a bodybuilder or a power lifter. You know, it's doing most of the heavy lifting for the vocal template. Okay, cool. After that, we have something like the RVox, adding a little bit of body to Lil Tyler's vocal. And the RVox has a weird way of actually adding some brightness and some presence, some tone. And that's what you want with Lil Tyler's vocal. Even though his vocal isn't deep, you still want it to help cut through the mix with something like compression. Okay, cool.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch she ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole backflipping. I've been smoking on that gas, you can smell the aroma.
So I'm using a lot of that output sound from the RVox to give me like that main like makeup of Lil Tyler's vocal. And you know, whenever I think of a tight vocal, I think of something like the RVox because of the gate, the compressor, and the limiter all together. These three, you know, this is a limiter right here, this is a compressor, this is a gate, you know. So whenever I think of a tight vocal, I think of RVox. So, you know, look at these only basic Waves Gold plugins, and you know, this always kind of just sounds like another one of my mixes. So it's never about the tools, it's about you going in there and getting the sound, getting it to sound like how you want it to sound like. You know, these tools is kind of like Play-Doh, it's kind of like clay. You just taking it and shaping it to be the way that you want to be. These plugins are like fucking Legos. You just got to put this plugin with this plugin to make that statue. So don't ever overthink none of this stuff. Let's look at the de-esser, you know, just controlling the top end of Lil Tyler's vocal.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different.
So only about 1 to 3 dB, you know, the C4 was acting kind of like a hamburger helper. It was giving us a helping hand with the de-essing in the very beginning, yeah. And then after that, this de-esser right here, and pretty much, you know, we was good, you know. And then after that, we have something like the fresh air, just adding some of the life, adding some of that top end, but not that annoying top end. With somebody like Lil Tyler or with anybody like who has a high squeak voice, you need to watch out, because once you start brightening up your vocal, it might come to a part where it starts to get annoying. Especially if you're using something like auto-tune, you know what I mean too? Like auto-tune is kind of like that sharp pointy finger that's constantly, hey. It's gonna annoy the listener's ear, I'm telling you, especially if they got headphones on. It's gonna keep poking and poking and poking at the ear. Subconsciously, they won't realize it, why they don't want to listen to your music, but their music, like if you have an annoying vocal, it's gonna leave a displeasant feeling in people, you know what I mean? It's like a little, you know, like a little annoying kid just poking, the high end is just keep poking and poking and poking the person's ear. It's gonna bother them eventually, like an annoying ass, bad ass little brother jit, you feel me? So let's listen to it with and without. That's why you got to control your vocal first, then brighten it towards the end. So you're getting that smooth type of brightness.
It's template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch she ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole backflipping. I've been smoking on that gas, you can smell the aroma. In the booth, I'm in that mode, sipping Arizona. You might think that running crashed the way he been the corner. Take your bitch and give her back, no, I don't even wanna. Take your bitch and give her back, I want a refund. In the booth, got on dark shades, I can't even see none. I be high up in the stars, now I'm finna be one. How the fuck I cut you up?
So interestingly enough, something like the fresh air, I did say I was gonna mention this in the video, today's the day. With the fresh air, interestingly enough, you see this like mid-air curve, right? And this high, like this one right here, this is a bell, you know, a saturation curve wise though. So this is like, this is what this is doing pretty much, you know. It's doing this like a EQ move, but in saturation. And then where you have something like the, what is it? The high air is doing a high shelf, you know, similar to like a Pultec, you know. A Pultec EQ shape is kind of like this. When you boost up the highs on the Pultec, it does this, and the lows kind of does something like this. Well, actually opposite. The Pultec actually does like a low shelf, I believe, then it's a high bell. So it's actually the opposite, my bad. But yeah, most importantly, the fresh air. This is what the saturation curves look like in the fresh air. This is a bell and it's a high shelf. So that's important to know as well, you know. So after that, we have just some basic stuff, you know, the H delays, nothing crazy, stock preset. Even the reverb was just a stock. Like I literally did not even touch the reverb. But most importantly, with Lil Tyler's sound, what really makes his signature sound is a doubler. Like if you did not know that there was a doubler on his voice, you would literally never ever be able to kind of get that same type of texture, that same type of dimension, because he's using a doubler to add like a little bit of pitch shift into his voice.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And yo, bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks.
So for me personally, that's like the most important thing about Lil Tyler's vocal is using something like a doubler. And the most important thing about the doubler is just it adds a new tone. It kind of adds more width. It kind of adds kind of like a little bit more of a spread to the vocal as well. So it's not dead center. You know, instead of being a focused you know, motherfucker who is, you know, annoying, you know, the vocal turned into a kid in the classroom who's like, you know, oh, I did the homework when nobody else did it. Now it's a mellow kid, a chill kid, a swagging type of kid because of that doubler giving a little bit of that stereo spread, you know, spreading a little bit of that peanut butter on that, you know, piece of bread. So after that, we have something like the VCOM. It's just giving a little bit of creamy presence tone. It's modeling something like the Neve 2254, and that's perfect for somebody like Lil Tyler just because his voice is a mellow. You know, his music is about mellowness, swag, chill, vibe. Let's go.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And yo, bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole back flipping. I've been smoking on that gas, you can smell the aroma. In the booth, I'm in that mode, sipping Arizona.
So this is one of those songs too where it's like the parallel compression made up most of the vocal sound. And there's a reason why I do that. There's a reason why the parallel compression is so loud, because that's a dense sound, you know, and the dense sound is good because you hear all that RMS, that you know, sometimes it can be hard to make the vocal cut through all of that clutter. But if you use a good amount of parallel compression, that parallel compression is just a compressed, packed into a jar type of sound. So when you bring it up, like nothing can mess with it. It's like a solid person, a solid human being. Ain't nothing gonna make it fold. You feel me, like that? So that's the thing about parallel compression when it comes to rap music. And last thing, let's just go over the Lil Tyler ad-libs real fast. So with Lil Tyler, you know, we just cut off a little bit of lows and did like this right here, kind of like a dip in the higher mid to give a warming effect. I still wanted the rest of the top end though. And let's look at this too. I had something like R comp, you know, using electro, which models 1176, fastest attack, kind of taking off that transient from the ad-libs just to help them sit back a little bit more, become mellow. After that, we had the RVox, which was just giving us that gate, that tight sound.
Ruby Road. Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And yo, bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole back flipping. I've been smoking on that gas, you can smell the aroma.
So as you guys can see right there, you know, that doubler was important. Again, that's the main thing about Lil Tyler's sound. It's that doubler. That doubler really driving most of his sound. Like them ad-libs sound perfectly just like Lil Tyler, and it's because of the doublers.
Ruby Road. Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And yo, bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole back flipping. I've been smoking.
As you can hear, when we bring in the doubler, it helps push the ad-libs back even more too. So that's pretty important as well, because when you make it mellow music, you want everything to sit back. kind of like how somebody in real life who is mellow, they sit back. When they riding in the whip, they lean back. So that's the important stuff to know about making music, like life perspective, understanding that somebody who's mellow literally sits back. So if you have a mellow type of song with a mellow rapper, you should make the vocals sit back. It's kind of fucking common sense. You got to let the music talk to you. That's what I always be trying to say to y'all. And the most important thing, and most importantly, that's what the music is trying to say to y'all too. So we have a basic reverb, basic delay, like nothing really exquisite to see here, but we have a MV2. So this is all a part of the Waves Gold bundle, okay? And you know, just bringing in some presence energy. It's kind of like a trash compactor. It's kind of like a panini press, squashing the ground level and the top level. So when you do something like that, you squeeze a panini press, the onions, the cheese, all of the meat, the characters starts coming out of the ad-lib. So that's what I was going for too.
Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole...
Just really giving a little bit of balls, giving some courage to the ad-libs and everything. And after that, at the end, I love putting in a limiter. I like to use the limiter to create a little separation from the lead vocal to the ad-libs. Because if I got the limiter at the end, and the limiter is crushing the hell out of the delay and the reverb, it kind of just really tightens up everything. It's like you go to the supermarket, you got a bunch of stuff, but you not going to put it all into the same cart when you're leaving the supermarket. You're going to put it into separate bags because it's easier for you to take it and put it into your house, you know what I mean? So that's why I put the limiter at the end, because it puts the ad-libs in a separate bag. The ad-libs got their own space because they got the reverb and the delay, then I'm packing it into its own box and everything like that. So let's look.
Ruby Road. Hold on, baby, I'm a player, not a simp, babe. This shit coming off the head like a template. And your bitch tryna kick it like a sensei. Maybe you can get away, but I ain't paying rent, babe. Yeah, I'm stepping in some bags, no, I brag different. I can go and spend it, nigga, cause my bag different. That bitch ain't really fucking bad, that whole catfishing. And I got your bitch doing tricks, this whole back flipping.
So that's pretty much the end of the tutorial here today. So if you guys do want to get this template, you can get it down below. You're going to be getting the lead vocal preset, the beat leveler, the ad-libs, and the mastering preset. So you're going to be getting a lot. You get that Lil Tyler sauce. So if you guys do want to see any more videos or any different artists, drop it down below. I'm happy to get to it. If you learned something, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to keep making that music, keep snapping. Appreciate y'all now, YouTube. Peace.